Okay, well, we're going to explore the Grafton Dam. The dam is what separates whatever used to be up here, I don't know what it was called, to the Tygart River that runs down into the forest and is treated here. And as you can see, this water is heavily radiated. So, post-war, the Brotherhood of Steel took it over because they were using the dam and the water and the power that was supplied here for their means before they left to take over Thunder Mountain. Well, there's still some remnant stuff left over. So there is a police car here. The police uniform. So I don't know why the cop got undressed. But the reason for the police car is because this place also plays a part in the Quest cold case. So first we'll look at the outskirts. As you can see, it's fortified by the Brotherhood of Steel or Taggarty's Thunder. Same people. There's a little shed here. We'll go around the outside of the shed first. Nothing of note. There is a cooking station, a random recipe, and a log pile. And then right here inside is where the Brotherhood members were sleeping, and we have a Battle of Huntersville speech holotape. We'll go ahead and play that.
Civilization. The Brotherhood and responders together have paid a high price to make that word mean something in Appalachia. Despite all the changes, farmers have worked the land. People have learned new skills, and we've built a new world. And the super mutants threaten all of that. I'm a soldier, a paladin, and I tell you that this is our moment. We will never be stronger, and the super mutants never weaker. If you're thinking in the heat of battle to run, to live to fight another day, know this. There is no other day. We win here, now. Responders and Brotherhood together, or we will die. So look to your left, look to your right. Promise to give your all to protect them, and they will protect you. Make no mistake, this will be the toughest fight of our lives. But we will win, because we're fighting for something, for each other, for our children, for civilization. Now, let's show these muties what we're made of.
And that was Paladin Taggarty. So Huntersville, all the way over here, is where the super mutants began swarming and going crazy and doing stuff. They attacked the... where's that? It's over here. The Trappers. They fought the super mutants, or not the super mutants, they fought the Brotherhood of Steel and the Responders. And you can go there and find the graves of the I guess there were responders, of the Responders and Brotherhood of Steel who died. But also there is final orders for Grafton Dam. We expect your squad back at Camp Venture within the month. As you are packing up, please keep Elder Maxon's new orders in mind. We have to secure any valuable and potentially dangerous technology. So a couple parting orders. Use the contacts you've gathered with the responders and even the Free States and see if they know of any hidden caches of technology. I know the Savage Divide had some government research installations. If we can get solid intel on where they are, we can mount a recovery expedition. 2. Determine if anyone, friend or foe, has any technology that is potentially dangerous. Anything involving nuclear technology, laser or plasma weaponry, or anything. Catalog it, but don't act. Knight, Wilson, and I will evaluate on a case-by-case basis. You must have mixed feelings about leaving the dam, but our mission has grown beyond just protecting civilians. Don't forget it. Paladin Taggarty. And that explains why the Brotherhood started going after down here at Tigart Water Treatment started going after Amy Carey's research because they wanted to find out what she was doing, how she was doing it, and if that technology she was using was dangerous. There's also Esposito's diary, page 12. There's only the one, so calling it 12, I guess it's just to make it seem like there's more that she was writing. But you only find number 12. So that was, quote, fun. Marino's a fine communications operator, but not the best pick for command, especially given how the situation's evolving. He took being relieved of command well. He took command of being relieved. I took being relieved of command well, though. On the trip over, I saw firsthand that our recon was right. Super mutants are a growing threat. Is anyone else still reeling? Before the war, this was a nice river valley, with farms, factories. Now there are all these giant bloodthirsty mutants kidnapping and killing everyone in their path. First, some damage control. We set a regular schedule for caravan escorts to the mire and back. If Caravan Sally comes through expecting us to drop everything to escort them now, tough. We have fewer trips with more guards. Yep. So something was irradiating the water and turning people to super mutants. We understand why that happened here in Huntersville, because there is the West Tech connection. I still don't understand why just irradiated normal water with no FEV was mutating some of the people of Grafton and the toxic waste or toxic valley. So I'm still confused by that. But we can have a trunk. There is a power armor station here. Obviously, the Brotherhood needed it, and there will be a random set of a power armor that will spawn here. It's not a complete set. It's always like 3 pieces whenever you find power armor. There's a locked toolbox with a level 0. And a tinkerer's workbench where the Brotherhood would build ammo. And I think that's it for outside. Well, out in the shed. There's still the terminal over here. Oh, and a holotape. First day on command.
So I got my own command now. Bet you never thought that would happen, right? But with all the new blood Sarge's training, night, senior night, met up with the representative of the responders. I told her our mission to escort trade caravans, keep the freaks from the savage divide away from civilization, and maybe get the dam operational again. She was so grateful, it was almost embarrassing. Day 1 complete, and so far so good. But I miss you. And the hot shower. But mostly you. The old rules about fraternization, I don't know if they apply in the Brotherhood. Maybe we can just come clean and tell Paladin Taggarty about us. I know you'd like kids one day too, and we're not getting any younger. Promise you'll think about it. Love you.
So Knight Marino was in love and in a relationship, a secret relationship, with one of the other members of the Brotherhood. Or Taggarty's Thunder before the Brotherhood. I don't know who it was. Maybe it'll be on his terminal. I'm sure other people figured it out. But for now, I'm just going to read his terminal. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll tell me. But yeah, he talked about their original plan was helping the people of Appalachia. I guess I should have. So they would lead them up. It would be helping, again, no one cared about what went on in the Toxic Valley. So it would be the people of the forest, the people of the ash heap being escorted to the mire because the responders are here, the Free States are here, and the raiders are all here. And they needed protection. because as you know, the Blackwater Bandits are here, and this is the only real path aside from right here, which again, heavy raider territory to get through. There is the one up here, but this would have been mole miners, and I think those are the only 3 entrances. I mean, there's the ones here, I guess, yeah. So ghouls, and then mole miners used to be here. And I don't know what would have been there. But they didn't really escort these routes. They escorted these upper routes. 1, 2, 3. Night Marino's terminal. Grafton Dam secured. We've successfully fortified Grafton Dam and established a working base. I've sent word to Paladin Integrity. She'll let Harper's Ferry know we're ready to safeguard any traders wanting to take the trek to the mire. Sadly, we haven't been able to get inside the building itself, but Martinez believes that the large drainage pipes might be a way in, should the need arise. I find it hard to believe that these heavily armored military guys were unable to break in to the dam without going through the drainage pipe, but okay. Grafton Dam power reinstated. So Scribe Grant shows up and bangs on the pipes, works with the wrench, and bingo, we got power. Grafton Dam is once again providing power. Power means we'll have an easier time keeping the Morgantown Harper's Ferry trade flowing. I know Paladin Integrity wants to keep the Brotherhood a military-first outfit, but we could use 1,000 grants. Harper's Ferry missing hunting party. So some hunting party has gone missing at Harper's Ferry. I've notified patrols to keep an eye out. Their last known location was north of Valley Galleria. But if they got hounded by hostiles, they could be anywhere, including the trade route. Edward Hayes has posted details on their lookout terminal, so we'll be watching for updates. And that's it. So he doesn't reveal who his love interest was. Only that he was stationed here and she was still at Camp Venture. So here's the Valley Galleria. The hunting party disappeared up around here. And that's all they have. So, as he said, the place is secure. So you can either, 1, hack this. It is a level 3 lock. 2, and most likely what will happen now, is that when you're looting and you do the all loot, you can get the keys right there. But there is the other way that he mentioned with the pipes to get inside. Grafton Dam sign. Caution, Grafton Dam is an automated facility. There are no personnel on the premises. If you wish to contact the Grafton Dam, please contact Mr. Quentin Giese for assistance at our offices in Grafton. That note is actually at each of the 3 doors. So, there it is again. And then it's at the 3rd door over here. So there's another bed. Or another sleeping bag. But if you go up here, there's the note again. So if you don't have the keys and you don't want to do the loot method to cheat the system or pick the lock or hack it, just go over to here where you see a skeleton is, drop down onto the pipe, and you can just travel the pipe. See that there's another skeleton in there, which they said there were no human people working. That looks like that's an employee. This one we can argue is not an employee and is probably just some person trying to survive the wastes. But that clearly has to be an employee. Why else would he be inside the pipe working? But you'll pop out here in this irradiated wall. Oh, it's not irradiated because I'm not taking any rads. There's a toy rocket ship. But there's another tunnel. Obviously we saw it. You can get in through here. There's some Mirelurk eggs. Two of which had Mirelurks inside them. And then here's the skeleton of the person. The screwdriver. He's got some wrenches. And he was working on screwing the pipes in, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing else down here on this lower level. So we'll go ahead and head up. Right here. This is the front door. There's a bunch of shelves with junk on them. There is a fusion generator. It will spawn a fusion core if it's not already collected that day. And then here is the key on this corpse, which I believe is meant to be Otis Pike. And we will get into Otis Pike and who he is at a later date. And then here is a little room, storage room with lockers. And then we see a trail of toy cars. Some of them have been knocked around by the super mutants. That is the enemy at this location. I went through and killed them all. Yeah, some of the toy cars were kind of knocked around. Oh, come on. If I was able to get in, I should be able to get out. Are you serious? Come on. Really? Fine. We'll just fast travel back to the location then. I'll just go through the front door because I already have the key. Or I'll just go in through the back door. Since I already opened it to go inside and kill the super mutants. Oh, yeah, there's some cigarettes there. Okay, and then right here is a trap. Most of the time the super mutant will just trigger the trap when they're coming down the stairs. Then there's a clapping monkey. There's another clapping monkey. Essentially to deny you from stealthing from the super mutants. But you could just enter one of the other doors. Then we have a steel hard hat, a chessboard, and a bear. We'll keep going up the stairs into this next little, I don't know what you would call these, boxes. On the ground, though. Oh, goody. Kappa Squat's been completed again. Yeah. It's a daily quest. It's still broken. It still auto completes. It's in the cranberry bog, and as you can tell, I'm not in the cranberry bog. And it'll just randomly complete, drop stuff into your inventory, and deny you the ability of doing it yourself. Okay, so this walkway inside this little cubicle thing, box, is free of anything. It's got a couple of consoles. Oh, no, it's not free of anything. There's a holotape on the ground. So we'll go ahead and play that. George Smith's Memo.
This is Director George N. Smith, recording what may be my final memo. The earthquakes that followed the nukes cracked the dam somewhere. I can't see the rupture, but the lake level has dropped dramatically. The Pioneer Scout camp got it worse, though. Some sort of underground sinkhole dropped most of it to below the normal lake water level. Ironically, it's now at the new beachfront level. If the reservoir were full, it would be totally submerged. I'm heading out now to see if anyone out there needs help. I don't know what I'll find. This is George N. Smith, signing off.
So a man named George Smith was here, even though, again, this place was not manned by people. It was completely automated. But alright. There's some blocks here that say hi. A reason for that, again, plays into Cold Case. And there is a skeleton here clutching a teddy bear. And I think that's to make you think that is the missing child from Cold Case. But that is obviously an adult male skeleton. Well, I guess it could be female. Hard to tell. But I think it was meant to also make you think that that's Otis. But Otis is the corpse with the keys on them, I believe. This could be Otis. Oh god, look at that. Little demonic eyes. I mean, yeah, that could be Otis. And I could be remembering it wrong. I haven't redone Cold Case in a while. But I think Otis tells you that, or Otis has a note that says he has the key on him at Grafton Dam. The only thing left is you can see it. There's these little things. Yeah, this one down here. So if you go to any of these, or if you have a jetpack to get up to them, there's the little place where little Freddy Wood was hanging out. Because again, this one could also be Otis. It's another skeleton that was just here. And again, also, I think it's trying to make you think that that's little Freddy Wood. There is a holotape game here called Grodnak and the Ruby Ruins. Pick that up. Let's see which one this one is. This is the Choose Your Own Adventure? Yeah. Oh, no. I've actually never played through any of those. And I really should. Just to see what... Well, just that one. I think that's the only Choose Your Own Adventure one I have not played through. And I really should, just to see what it's like. Okay, so the only other one is that one right there. Can I get there without a jetpack? No, I don't think so. Or maybe. Probably just jump up from there. Oh, you can. But there's nothing on it. And so that's it. That is the entirety of Grafton Dam. The pre-war lore. They want to automate it. This was the first fully automated place. You hear that in Grafton, the city of Grafton, on the mayor's terminal. And from here, so they got rid of all the people. So it doesn't explain why there are at least 2 workers here, like George Smith and the other guy that was working on the pipe. But because of no people being here, this is where Otis Pike decided to take his nephew and hide out. I won't give away the rest of the details of the case. And then once the bombs fell, the Brotherhood knew that they could use the dam to create power. Oh, what is that truck? I don't know. To create power to supply... They're saying to supply the forest and the Savage Divide, but they needed power to supply Camp Venture, which is not linked to the same power supply. In fact, the dam gets its power from Monongah, I believe. It might get it from Poseidon Power Plant. And yet they didn't think to capture either of those 2 power plants. This one was Raider owned. This one just had Scorched at it. So it seems very odd that they bypassed... Oh, I keep going over to Monongah itself. They bypassed the power plant and went straight to the dam. But okay, that's fine. And yeah, that's it. Oh, wait. I guess I could see all the other small things. I have to sneeze. There is the little... Fight it back. The little sleeping area. Lounging area. Trying to see where George's car would have been. There is a bunch of toxic waste barrels down there at the bottom, along with cars. Oh, I have never noticed a skeleton hanging here. Because why would he have landed that way? He should have landed the other direction if he got flung from his car, right? If he got flung from this, he should have landed forward. Oh, that was accidental. I accidentally walked off the bridge, and then the jetpack thing didn't work. You should be able to jetpack before hitting the ground, and it will prevent you from hitting the ground. But instead, what happens is it ignores the fact that you were wearing a jetpack. Now, there's another skeleton down here. So here's some other cars that went off the edge when the bombs fell. Along with 2 workers who were either in these cars or they were dumping chemicals off. I don't think any of these are enterable. If they are, that would be real news to me. They're not. Okay. Then there's this one house that's right here also. Oh no, there's a couple of other ones. It's got a little campsite. Again, I don't know why they wouldn't just break down the boards on the door and camp inside. And then there's another one right there, along with a limo. So I don't know what George Smith was driving, so it's hard for me to know. Hard for me to know what to look for in regards to his car. But he could have been one of these vehicles that was leaving. When the bombs fell. Well, no, the bombs had already fallen. Oh, wait. There's a makeshift dock down there. That's technically still part of Grafton Dam. Oh, but there's not really anything on it. It's like a little raft made out of toxic waste barrels. So that's it. That's the Grafton Dam. And that is Grafton Steel. So that's where all the chemicals are coming from into the dam. But there's no FEV in that. So that does explain why it's toxic, but it doesn't explain why this water was creating super mutants. Like Mad Dog Malone. If he was locked up in the penitentiary, how did he become a super mutant? I still don't get that. And there's no explanation. So, like, my only thing is the water. But this water is not connected to the Huntersville water. Oh well, that's Grafton Dam.